Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Foolish Mortals. And I was trying to make some fog appear for this guy, but I had a... Going back and sort of editing the previous video to get it ready for YouTube, it kind of... An obvious thing struck me watching the previous play. I think what confused me a bit about this is that it's a solution we've already used to another puzzle, but it gets reused here. And I hadn't appreciated that. The same thing could be used for two different puzzles, but it can. We're going to go back and get the dry ice. And we are going to use that. Quite simple, really. It's just, you know, having used it for the rum runners, it just... You know, puzzle games like this, you don't often use the same things to solve multiple puzzles. So that's kind of what caught me out there. Oh yeah, there's this guy as well. Hey, Sebastian.
Hello again, Sebastian.
Oh, it's you again.
Not playing hide and seek anymore?
I've outgrown it.
Sore loser, huh?
I didn't lose. You cheated. Anyway, I've moved on to this now.
A paddle ball?
My mum found it for me after I told her I wasn't getting the tin boot I wanted for my birthday.
It's not even your birthday.
That doesn't matter. Anyway, what? Bet you can't do this.
The little brat had me there. Like hula hooping, unicycling, and stilt walking, my facility with a paddle ball was on par with my ability to do other completely useless party tricks. Mallory told me to tell you she's not happy that you changed her toy catalog.
What's she going to do? I'm already dead.
But that's not a nice way to treat other people.
She started it.
How?
She tried to have me exercised.
I beg your pardon?
Candles, salt, a pentagram. She even brought over a black cat from the fort. When I confronted her about it, she said she was just doing a science project.
I see. Did you say you followed Cecil Bellemore to a secret laboratory?
I was going to, but then I...
Rackham?
Shh. Yeah.
So, you think you're good with that paddle ball, huh?
Better than you'll ever be. Just name a trick and I can do it.
Bet you can't do the paddle ball with your eyes closed.
Look and learn.
I didn't... That had been a good idea. I just needed to be a little quicker. Hello, Sebastian. Bet you can't do the paddle ball with your eyes closed.
Look and learn.
Alright, let's try that again. I think I know how we win at billiards.
Sebastian's eyes closed. I took out my scissors, and when the timing was right, snipped.
Hey, what happened to my paddle ball?
Well, the ball just snapped right off there. Maybe you need to practice a bit more. With any other child, I'd feel guilty. With Sebastian, it felt like evening out the cosmic balance.
I bet Mallory was behind this.
Alright, we need the dry ice. I was wondering as well, do you think there might be like grease... Now I'm not quite on the same time limit. I wonder if there might be like grease paint or something in here somewhere. I can't see anything, but... Have a look in his trunk.
The chest contained only a myriad of theatrical costumes, not one of which I wanted to wear around the island. I had more urgent things to do than cozy up with a book.
Yeah, well, it was the thought. Anyway, we have a bit of a route now to proceeding, so we're going to carry on with that. Where's my... There it is. Right, okay, so let's go straight then to the Captain's Club. Okay. Do the switch first. There we go. Don't know how we're going to deal with that puppet show, but we'll come to that later. Oh, I forgot to get the rubber ball. Bollocks. Oh well. One thing at a time.
The dry ice clattered into the metal window box.
Shall I bellows it?
I needed to think of something else.
Alright, let's just go in and see what's happening. Maybe pour water on it? Ah.
I poured the contents of the bottle onto the dry ice, and immediately it started to evaporate, filling the area with mist.
Right, let's try the bellows now.
Nope. I needed to think.
Alright, let's just go in and see what's happening. Aha.
Waiter!
I told you, I don't work here.
Do you know how to work a lock at least?
Sure I do.
Right. Well, the fog's coming in, and someone needs to switch on the lighthouse light. I would do it myself, but that fort's danker than the inside of a sailor's trousers. Use this key to unlock the gate, then turn on the light with the switch on the ramparts. Think you can handle that?
I'm on it.
Cool. Okay, actually, let's just map fast travel over to the fort. Where's that key? Haha.
From the fort ramparts, I had an unobstructed view across the entire southeastern coast of the island. Cliffs and crags, waves and water, and an endless horizon.
Flip the switch. Now, I probably want to move that inland, don't I? I wonder how I do that.
The lighthouse light was shining out to sea.
I want to move it. Don't I?
The cannon looked like it might still work. If it did, I knew from that evening's previous experience with firearms that 5 steps were required. Gunpowder, shot, ramrod, aim, fire. I poured the gunpowder into the cannon.
Oh, the wheel. There's a wheel here. Another one should do it. There we go. Alright. To the church.
Walking into the church, I was presented with the sight of the stained glass window illuminated beautifully by the lighthouse beam. They lined up perfectly.
In the light, find the cross, for it shall bring you safe passage. In the light.
Pressing the button, I noticed something had changed in the stained glass window. Whatever mechanical process it used was a mystery to me, but pressing the button caused the panes of glass to tilt, ever so slightly, so that the white light from the fort was split into 4 different colors that seemed to dance around the window.
Obviously when the colours sort of blend, they make other colours as well. Colours should we want to make? Wait, what did that map say? It was something about the... Watch for the red light from the cairn reflector. Don't know if that's linked though. Can I make it red in the middle? the best I can get. Okay, well I kind of need to know what colours I'm supposed to be making. Let's have a think. So we've got the orange, light blue, blue there. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that though. Or should we just... Oh, maybe it's just about matching the colours. Is that possible? To have red, orange and light blue in all these places? Might be. Not sure how. Is it blending the colours or is it just sliding them? I think it might just be sliding them. Okay, that's a slightly different puzzle then. What I was thinking. Like, I'm getting them sort of... Should they be... Well, I'm wondering if they should be central or outer. I don't know. I'm trying to get them outer at the moment. Did that do it? Oh, okay, great. It was
As soon as
outer.
the plates in the stained glass window clicked into place, forming a translucent cross at the center, I heard a rumble behind me. The sound of antique machinery somewhere beneath the stone floor.
Aha. Down we go.
The uneven stone staircase descended beneath the church into a dark, narrow tunnel. I considered taking one of the skulls, but each seemed firmly immovable and really creepy.
Yeah, let's leave those then.
The passageway twisted far away from the church, finally emerging in a round room lit only by a pale shaft of moonlight filtering through a narrow hole above. Tombs surrounded me in solemn silence. I had found the sanctuary crypt.
Well, this is where he's bricked up,
As I
isn't it?
examined the alcoves inside the crypt, I realized one of them was different. While the others opened up to funerary altars, this one had been sealed up with bricks. I needed to know what was on the other side of that wall, and this was a situation that called for some straightforward destruction.
So this is Yardley, isn't it?
The skeleton of Yardley Bellemore lay slumped against the wall of the alcove. He had been bricked up alive. I examined the skeleton for clues, but only his key seemed of any value. You're free now, Yardley. He can't keep you imprisoned anymore.
Okay. Now,
So you are the mortal who is trying to find the lost treasure of Bellemore Manor before me.
Rackham.
You know who I am. Surely you must also know that you have started down a foolish path. It will only end in your death, Murphy McCallan.
I know all about your plan, Rackham.
My plan will succeed with or without your interference. I'm afraid you're making a terrible mistake, McCallan. For your own sake, I suggest you leave this island for good.
Never. Whether you like it or not, I'm part of this story now too.
Don't let it be said I didn't warn you. If you're so interested in being friends with the dead, perhaps it's time you joined them. Just as Yardley Bellemore was entombed alive, so shall you be.
Rackham's spell had transported me
expecting that.
somewhere I couldn't immediately place. I was lying down, my arms pinned to the side of me, my hands only able to feel the grain of the wooden boards to the sides and above and below me. And then I heard the noise, something thudding on the boards above me. That's when I realized I was being buried alive. I pushed on the coffin lid with all my might, telling myself that an inch of cedar was all that separated me from the night air, but it was no use.
Drill a hole?
By the time I finished drilling my way out with the auger, I'd be under several feet of dirt. I could... Help! Help me, I'm stuck in here!
Who's saying that?
Down here! I'm inside the coffin, I need you to get me out.
You're in the coffin?
Yes!
Pull the other one. Do you think I'm falling for that again?
Wait, what? Really? I'm trapped in here.
I don't know how you're doing it, but I don't believe you. You can't fool old Edgar 3 times with that prank. Ugh, these tourists are gonna be the death of me.
The death of him? It seemed like my earlier escapades had come back to bite me in the behind.
The boy that
If I
cried
was
wolf.
going to get out, I needed to prove I was down there. It was time for some outside-the-box thinking.
Could I crank it
I
up?
fumbled in my pockets and took out the screw jack, bracing it between the floor and the lid. With each crank, the pressure grew and grew, until finally... Hey! Could you get me out of here?
Murphy? What are you doing down there?
Trying to not be down here.
I'll go fetch a ladder. Don't go anywhere.
Where do you think I could go?
I was wondering when
Before
that
I'd
jack
even
would
reached
actually
the
be
top of the
useful.
ladder, Edgar had fled to the safety of his shack, far away from the grave where he'd inadvertently tried to bury me. But one good thing had come out of it. Now I had Yardley's key.
Yeah, that is good. So the first thing I need to do, I think, is go back to the manor. I need that ball. It's kind of rolled off somewhere. Exactly sure where. Maybe here? There it is.
I picked up the red rubber ball I'd cut from the paddle ball.
Okay, so I think that's how we're going to win the billiard game. It looks like the billiard ball. We're going to need to switch it out when he's not looking, I think. Maybe let's see what he says.
I had an idea. One that required skill, subtlety, and finesse. Or at least the ability to hurl a billiard ball through an open doorway. Yoink!
Did you just touch the table?
Absolutely not.
Ow! Who threw that?
Hello again, Captain Pemberley.
Welcome back, Captain McCallan.
I'd like a rematch at English billiards.
Thinking you can beat what I hit before? Step right up. I don't believe it. I've never seen 14s before. You must have arms like the coupling rods on a steam train.
A blessing and a curse, as I've discovered more than once to my own cost. But I don't like to boast. Does this mean I win the trophy?
I'm afraid it does. but you need to bring it back next Wednesday for the potluck. We'll have a rematch then.
Hooray!
With my newfound title as club billiards champion, it was time to claim my trophy.
Now, I know exactly what to do with that. We're going back to the fort. I mean, this is a cannonball painted gold, isn't it? So let's stick that in the cannon.
I loaded the billiards trophy into the cannon, spherical and solid metal. It was the perfect improvised cannonball. I packed in the gunpowder and makeshift cannonball. Now there were just 2 steps remaining. Aim and fire. Whoa!
Don't really know what I'm supposed to be aiming at, but I'm just going to light the fuse.
I was only going to be able to fire this cannon once, and I needed to make sure it was aimed right. The rocky coastline all looked the same. I needed a way to make a target.
Watch for the red light from the cairn reflector. Cairn. Have I seen a cairn? No, but I think I need to get there. Okay, so we need to stop this puppet show in its tracks. How am I going to do that? Let's go talk to the guy on the beach again. So I think he's maybe going to pay for the trip.
I had nothing else. Did you say you were looking for a more secluded beach?
Yes, that's right. Have you found one?
Look at this. Further along the coast is a bay called Crossbone Cove.
Crossbone Cove. That does sound very bony. How do we get there?
I'm not sure. It only looks accessible from the sea.
Well, tell me if you find a way to get there. I'd love to join you on your expedition.
Okay, he hasn't really given us a way to stop the puppet show. Think about this.
Great show. Maybe it's time to wrap it up? I was starting to dislike these guys. Hey guys, do you think you'll be finished soon? I was starting to dislike...
Set fire to one.
I didn't need...
Maybe we don't not need to set fire to them.
I didn't have time. I didn't... Nope.
I'm just going to literally try everything in my inventory on both these guys because I don't really have any idea how to do this.
I didn't need to blow on that. I didn't need... That didn't...
Want to be a ship captain?
That didn't work. That didn't... Nope. I didn't have... I could... That wasn't going to work.
I just feel like I've tried everything on them.
Nope. I needed... Nope. I needed to think of something else. That didn't...
There's only one other thing I can think of, and it's probably dumb. But there's that handcart. I wonder if we could just move them. I wonder if he'll go for it now. He keeps saying he doesn't need to move anything heavy, but what if I can now? Come on, Murphy. Just look lively. I'd really like to move them.
There was nothing large that I needed to move.
Okay. Let's think. So to get to the cove, I need the ferry guy. To get to the laboratory, I need some grease, which I still don't have. Might be worth revisiting locations and just see if anything is now different. You've been everywhere in the manor again. Maybe that's the bride's room.
Abigail's ghost was once again back in her bedroom, now fully consumed by the wicked spell Rackham had trapped her in. The minutes left before he married her were falling away like dominoes.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything here that I need. I don't think there was anything up in the cupola. What was the deal with those fireworks anyway? Maybe I should get another one of those. Nothing in the brothers' corridor that I need, I don't think. I'm getting to... Oh yeah, I want to go back to the basement. Let's get more fireworks. I mean, I don't know what it will be needed for, but I think I should probably grab another one.
I picked up another firework.
Never know, it might be useful actually. Let's just, I don't think I need anything else here. Is there anything else around? I mean, the molasses is kind of like the opposite of what I need. I don't think there's anything else around the manor. We could try the mill again. Chicken's over there now. Just don't think there's anything useful in here. I want a buzzsaw, not really. Not that he would go near it anyway. This has the... I've got this crank. What could I use that on? Possibly on the statue when I need to re-energize it. Possibly. But we're going to need that grease first.
It was a sheet of semi-transparent tissue paper.
Yeah, I don't know. Duncher. God, we've done all these places. There's nothing at the Spirit Queen.
Crossbone Cove lay at the bottom of impassable.
Alright, yeah, you won't even attempt that, so... Try going back to the Spirit Queen. There's nothing here, though. Oh, we're done in here.
Good evening, Edgar.
Ah!
Can you believe you almost buried me alive?
If anybody asks you, That never happened. One word of this gets out, and I'll never be allowed near a coffin again.
I found a way into the sanctuary crypt.
You got yourself in there? I thought that place was closed up tighter than a jar of pickles dipped in superglue.
I certainly did. The pattern on the entrance was a clue to a secret passage from the church.
Well, I'm envious, Murphy. That's the kind of place I can only dream of ending up.
A dank old crypt?
For some, but I see a nice, quiet atmosphere. Plenty of legroom, no nosy neighbors to interrupt your rest. Those skeletons in there don't know how good they have it. It's only us living folk who can actually appreciate it. In my opinion, death's wasted on the dead.
I best be running along.
Goodbye.
I feel like I should be able to take this. Is there like a way to detach this or something? I think I might have an idea about the puppet show. Because that's how they sound, isn't it? They're doing the honking and tooting, so maybe I should try and join the act.
Perhaps it was the piratical air that brought to mind the mimicry skills of a parrot. If Squawkin' Hawkins could do it, maybe I could give it a try.
You're speaking over my lines. I'm not speaking over your lines. You're adding in lines that weren't in the script.
That seemed to get one of the puppeteers riled up. I wondered if I could do the same for the other.
It was a squeak, wasn't it?
That seemed to get one...
So have I got a... How do I make a squeaky noise? God, okay, well that was part of the solution, I think. If I get... Wait a minute. Everything you need to make a kazoo. I thought I remembered. It sounds like a kazoo. That's exactly what I was thinking. Just a comb and some tissue paper. A comb. How would I get a comb? Have I got anything that could be a comb? Got the tissue paper. Have I seen anyone using a comb? Don't think so. Maybe I can't do that yet. I was thinking about this as well. Vaguely remembered something about this. There's grease here.
Lubricating the beam so it rotated smoothly was a thick glob of grease.
Which I think I looked at very on in the playthrough, but I've completely forgotten about.
I wouldn't have been able to collect much grease with just paper.
I've got to dab it up with something.
I wouldn't have been able to...
Something not papery. Well, there's this. Hasn't done anything else yet.
Using the cotton flag, I scooped up some of the gloppy grease.
Okay, this mill was finally useful for something. Okay, let's concentrate on the statue for now then. And then maybe a comb or something will make itself apparent once we've done that. I need to go to the music room side. Go. Right, let's grease this puppy up.
Using the flag soaked in grease, I began to oil the automaton's joints.
Alright, try the coin again. I'm expecting to maybe need to use the
Placed
hand
the
crank.
coin back in the automaton's hand and watched.
Or maybe not. Ooh.
The cap of the scroll case opened and revealed something inside.
Well, there's life in the old thing yet. Gives us all hope, doesn't it?
I picked up the piece of paper that had fallen from the statue. Unrolling it, I discovered it was a death certificate, all filled in except for one key piece of information. The name was missing. It was certainly a clue, but who did it belong to?
Well, we go to. I think we asked the.
Plants seem.
Yeah, we're going to ask the grave digger. I think, 'cause his name's on there as a witness. Can I get a witness? All right.
Does this death certificate mean anything to you? The name hasn't been filled in, but it says you were the Undertaker.
Of course I was. Nobody else on the island would do it, now would they?
I was wondering if you remembered who it was you buried.
That was over 30 years ago. Do you know how many bodies I've buried in my career? I couldn't tell one corpse from the other. This may surprise you, but I don't get that attached to them. They don't make for very stimulating conversation.
Is there any way I could find out who it was?
Well, you've got the date they were buried.
Yeah, I was thinking
Maybe
make
there
the
was
card
an
catalogue in the
obituary.
newspaper office.
Thank you.
So let's go talk to the journalist again.
As I returned to the docks, I realized that Dead Nettle's usual smell of sea breeze and rotting fish had been replaced by something far more pleasant. The smoky scent of a fish I thought I recognized.
He's cooking. Okay, okay, let's go and take a look at that first. He's
Hello
cooking
again, Mac.
the fish I put a
hope you
horse
don't
show
mind,
in.
But you left your fish hanging there. No sense in letting the fish that size go to waste. I've started cooking it up. It'll be the tastiest fish this side of the Mississippi. We can tuck in as soon as it's cooked.
I tried to hide the realization growing on my face. A mouthful of taxidermy stuffing and chipped teeth with an iron horseshoe hidden inside wouldn't be the culinary sensation Ned was after. Sounds great, Ned. The fish was far too hot to pick up, and I was sure Ned wouldn't have wanted me to extinguish his grill. The fish I'd supposedly...
Don't touch it now, Mac. It's still cooking. Got to wait until the skin is nice and charred.
Do you want some grease?
I didn't need to make that greasy.
Okay, tell you what, let's... we'll wait and see what happens there for now. Let's
Murphy,
get back to what
the
we were
Devil's
doing.
Rock Devil's up to his old tricks again.
Oh no, what's he done this time?
I heard that he's committed arson of the Spirit Queen Riverboat, practiced black magic, vandalized one of the cemetery's crypts, cavorted with rum runners, operated a lighthouse without proper training, launched fireworks without a permit. Know
Did
anything
that.
about it?
Can't say that I do.
The Devil's Rock Devil continues to elude us.
Alright. That aside, can you help me with this?
Can I take a look in the filing cabinets?
Sorry, McCallan. Employees only. And we're a one-woman operation here these days.
I'm trying to track a burial down, and I think the date might match up with an old edition of the newspaper.
I hear you. Why don't you write up your request and lodge it with our archival department?
Where's the archival department?
In any trash can you can find. Yes?
Hi. Evelyn, quick! The most scandalous scandal is scandaling outside right now.
Pull the other one, McCallan. I'm busy here. Now, let's see. What was I writing? Oh, yes. Bankruptcy, incarceration, humiliation.
Is that for an expose?
No, the horoscopes.
I'm trying to track down 3 dead bodies.
A serial killer? In Dead Nettle? This could be gold. When did this happen? This morning? Last night?
No, 33 years ago.
33 years ago! That's not journalism, that's archaeology.
What do the horoscopes have in store for me?
What star sign are you?
Scorpio?
Oh dear, oh dear.
What does it say?
I think you're best not knowing. I don't know why I bother writing horoscopes, to be honest. There's no future in it.
Am I right in thinking you're not from around here?
Good call, McCallan. Santa Monica, California. Born and bred. Hadn't even been to Devil's Rock before I got the job. The divine irony is that I got this job due to a misleading ad in a newspaper. Seeking newspaper editor for dynamic community, exciting stories, amazing opportunities. What nonsense. But now I'm here. Nonsense is all I have to write about.
Why did you stay in Dead Nettle?
I came down with a horrible case of temporary insanity.
Health issues?
No, I started dating a notary named Jonathan. Right after I'd taken out a mortgage, I stumbled across his dalliances with the fishmonger's wife, the ironmonger's wife, and the cheesemonger's wife. Knowing his type, I decided I'd become a warmonger, and I set fire to his belongings. I last saw him picking through his charred underpants on my front porch. Now he's off in Rancho Cucamonga with some flapper named Anastasia, and I'm still financially tied to this island.
What are you working on now?
A clarification. A local dancer's moving off the island and looking to get rid of some furniture. But my piece asking if there was any interest in Hoochie Coochie dancer Lulu Leroy's huge chest got a much bigger response than we expected, and not for the right reasons.
I think I better be going.
My door's always open. I broke the hinge earlier.
Boom, boom. Okay, I think we need to get this fish going on the fire a bit more. What have I got? I mean, I could get some more gunpowder. Or we could maybe stoke the flames a bit with the bellows. Let's try that first.
If Ned wanted to wait until the fish was cooked to tuck in, it was time to turn up the heat.
Whoa! We don't want you overdone, little fishy. Time to cut you open. Ready for a taste sensation, Mac?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Hand me back that knife, would you? That's strange. There's something in here. A horseshoe.
Now how did that get in there?
Mac, I think your fish is stuffed.
Well, knock me over with a herring. I'm shocked. Does this mean my record doesn't count?
I hate to break it to you.
Did I hear what I think I heard? Out of the way, Buster.
Evelyn, what took you so long?
The record-breaking Pancosa was stuffed? The new record was a sham? Murphy, what have you got to say for yourself?
You've caught me red-handed. Well, I don't mean to be coy with you, but this cuts me to the soul. I only entered for the halibut. I can't believe I'm herring this right. I'm cracking up. I'm floundering. I'm carping on and on. I need to clear my head, but let me know if you need anything else from me.
I think you've got more of a future in the funny pages than serious journalism, Murphy. Kips, have you got time for an interview with the Juniper Parish Gazette?
Evelyn homed in on Ned like a dog with a bone and no sense of personal boundaries.
All right. That's what I was hoping would happen. So let's check the obits out.
Using the date from the death certificate, I began to search through the newspaper's archives. And then, I found it. In the bottom corner of the newspaper was a small announcement showing that the person buried on that date was named Eleanor Hines. I ripped out the announcement and replaced the newspaper.
Uh-oh.
McCallan, I told you can't go back there.
Whoops, look at the time. I've really got to be going. I had a name to go along with the death certificate. Now it was time to find out where they were buried.
Right, so let's go, back to Edgar, isn't it? We'll show him the obit this time.
Do you know where I can find this grave?
Eleanor Hines? Name rings a bell, but I can't remember the face. She must be around here somewhere, though.
Great. Well, I guess we're doing this the long way around. Do I kind of use this on the graves?
I began searching the graves for the name in the clipping. Eleanor Hines.
3 years later.
Aha! I discovered a small headstone at the center of the cemetery, partially covered in moss and lacking any date whatsoever. So this was where Eleanor Hines had been buried. Except, now that I was looking at it etched in large letters, I began to realize something. The name was an anagram. Here lies no one? And if a person wasn't buried here, what was?
Let's find out.
To say digging up a grave felt eerie would be an understatement. But if something was down there, I needed to find out what it was.
I noticed she was buried on the 1st of April as well, i.e.
Took out the
April
shovel
Fool's Day.
And began to dig.
On the death certificate.
Eventually, I found something. Not a coffin, but instead, a battered old chest.
Ah.
I opened the chest I dug up from the grave and found two things of interest. A round glass lens and an engraving in the lid of the chest.
Well, let's take the lens.
I picked up the glass lens.
And the Tale of the Mermaid.
The engraving read, "The Tale of the Mermaid."
Alright, well I guess that's it. Know exactly where to use that lens. It's got to be the telescope, right? Back to the cupola. Try and gloss over the fact that my pronunciation of it is fairly all over the place. How do we get up there again? Oh yeah, it's just up here, isn't it?
The small lens fit perfectly on the end of the telescope. I immediately looked through it to see what it would reveal. I spy with my little eye the next clue. The creek meandered all across the peninsula. Surely that was too much to search.
Okay, can I move it with west? Oh, no, something's happened. Okay, that's more like the journal. That was when I pressed D. Arrow keys? No?
I'd already walked that road numerous times. Was there something along it I was missing? The bayou would have been an easy place to hide something in.
Oh, okay, that's how you do it. You just move the mouse to the edge of the screen. Cool. Got there in the end. Keep going.
The clearing offered plenty of places to bury the next clue.
Something that looks like a mermaid's tail, I would imagine. Ah. That's the octopus. I wonder if the mermaid might be the other way. Hang on.
Perhaps there was something important about the weather vane, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was.
Let's just go all the way around.
Perhaps a shipwreck lay somewhere off the coast?
Actually can't go all the way around, so let's go back the other way. There was another weather vane on the building, I remember that now. Aha.
The Tale of the Mermaid. This must have been the location described in the chest's inscription. But looking through the gap in the weather vane, all I could see was darkness. With no easy path to it, I couldn't justify risking my life trekking through overgrown wilderness and the alligator-infested bayou unless I was sure something was there. I needed some way to light up the bayou.
Okay, well we know how to do this then. We're going to send up a flare stroke firework. Do.
I took a match out of the matchbook, dragged it against the striker, and lit the firework. Illuminated by the glow of the fireworks, I could see something through the mermaid weather vane. It looked like a wishing well.
Aha. Let's go straight there.
My route to the well had me clambering over fallen tupelo trees and trudging through knee-deep water, lit only by moonlight and accompanied only by the overly curious critters of the bayou. But eventually, I found it. On the center of a small island was a stone well, decorated with metal filigree. Carved into the stone on each side was the face of a gorgon. I looked down the well. I couldn't see the bottom. Perhaps the darkness concealed the next step of my treasure hunt, if I could find a way down into it. I wanted to turn the pulley, but realized the handle was missing. Without a handle, I wasn't going to get the leverage to turn it.
Well, I think we know what goes here.
The crank slid into the gear mechanism perfectly. The rope looked like it could bear my weight. If only I could lower it into the well first.
Alright, so let's just do the pulley then, and then maybe just climb down the rope.
I'd heard of throwing a coin down a well to make a wish, but never of throwing yourself down. I just had to hope a 30-year-old rope could still hold my weight.
Ooh. Well, the rope held, to be fair.
With some luck, I found I'd landed on a metal platform jutting out into the hollow of the well. Clearly, I wasn't the first person to come down here, although the previous visitor might have arrived here more gracefully. I picked up the rope and the spindle it was attached to.
You never know. Alright, got a little cave. Could this be the secret lab? It might be.
Unless I planned on jumping even further down into the well, the alcove looked like the only route out. But as I ran my hands over the bumps in the darkness, I couldn't find anything but cold, wet stone. If there was something there, I'd need some illumination to find it. The light from a match was going to be too dim and too quick burning to I needed to think bigger.
Okay, we have grease. Oh, we got the stick. Could I wrap that in there?
Knowing how flammable the grease-soaked cotton would be, I wrapped it around the spindle to form a rudimentary torch.
There we go.
I took a match out of the matchbook, careful not to drop it onto the wet floor, and ignited the torch. The torch burned brightly, dancing light into the formerly dark alcove. And that's when I saw it. Hidden within the rock face was a small metal box with a button on it.
Press it.
I pressed the button and immediately heard the sound of sparking electricity, seemingly coming from within the rocks themselves. And then... the torch was in a good place where it was.
Alright, fine. Well, there you go.
The passageway meandered like a labyrinth through the underground rock. With each step, I felt more and more lost, and ready to turn back. Then up ahead, I saw a glimmer of light.
Let's do it.
The top of the stairs appeared to be a dead end, but the wooden board blocking my way and the muffled sounds of electricity suggested there was more to this passageway than met the eye. I didn't need... I placed my hands on the obstruction and pushed.
Aha.
I emerged into a dimly lit office that seemed to have been taken over by frighteningly active machinery, and from the familiar groaning of wood, I realized where I was.
Poor old Cecil?
It didn't feel right pulling the dagger from the skeleton. Surrounded by blood-stained cloth, the murder weapon was still firmly embedded in the victim's back. This must have been Cecil Bellemore, the scientist. I solved your treasure hunt, Cecil. I hope you don't mind me taking this as my reward.
Oh,
I
want to have
grow
a bit more of a
weary
look
of your
around.
inability to heed my warning, Murphy McCallan. No good shall come from you pursuing this.
What you've done to Abigail Bellemore cannot be allowed to continue.
Abigail Bellemore is dead, as will you be, if you continue this pathetic charade.
She deserves to be free, just like all the ghosts of the manor.
You haven't learnt, have you, McCallan? Everything you've done so far has just made the situation worse. Now is the time to back out.
I'll never do that, Rackham. Finding the treasure is more important to me now than it's ever been.
Then I hope it's a cause you're willing to die for. Just as Cecil Bellemore's blood poured from his body, so shall yours.
Rackham's telekinetic powers had dropped me onto the
That's where
mill's
we are.
conveyor belt. My wrists and ankles now tied with the same wire that was strewn about the mill. But at least the buzzsaw wasn't on.
Whoop.
And then it got even worse.
Use it to cut the rope in your hands. I can't do anything. I hope he's going to do that.
With inches to spare, the belt snagged on the warping wooden frame and gave me a chance of escape. Acutely aware that it could catch again any moment and send me hurtling into the spinning blade. I considered touching the spinning blade. No matter how hard I pulled, I couldn't snap it. With my hands and feet bound, I couldn't Carefully, I held the wire wrapped around my wrists against the spinning blade. It cut through them like butter, just like it would do to me if I couldn't get my ankles free. With seconds left, I hacked into the wires with the scissors and just managed to cut through them. With my legs free, I swung myself off the conveyor belt. I'd survived being cut in half, and now I had Cecil's key.
Let's go back up there and have a further look in here. Has he got a comb? That's what I'm wondering.
Cecil Bellemore's skeleton lay hunched over his desk, a knife still in his back. Papers were strewn throughout the room, covered in ferociously written observations and diagrams, very few of which made any sense to me. The scrawls looked like the writings of a madman. I could identify words in Latin and strange occult symbols, but pieced together, they looked like they'd only have meaning to their author. The large machine looked like something out of the story Frankenstein, fizzing occasionally with stray sparks. The books were eclectic, ranging from science to the supernatural, electricity to exorcism. It was disconcerting to think about what research they might have once been informing. Despite my efforts, I couldn't find a way to open the bookcase passage from this side. Horror novels had told me that one of the shelved books might be a secret lever, but if there was one, I couldn't find it.
Okay, let's get out of here. So, we're looking for anything that could function... Oh. What about this?
Nope.
Function like a comb. Really? I don't see it. Maybe there's something else that's opened up now that we've got the second key. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Can't think of anything. Any of these locations that would do that. I wonder if is it Mallory? I suppose she's brushing the doll's hair or something, is she? Might be worth taking a look.
Then we take over the monkey bars and rename it Fort Mallory.
Ah! Look who's back.
I wasn't going to take Mallory's new friend. Hello again.
Are you still here?
Did you try to have Sebastian exercised?
No.
Mallory?
Exercise is supposed to be good for you. Anyway, he started it.
Actually, just stop. The less I know about this paranormal pranking, the better. Well, I'll leave you two to your plans.
Long live the sisterhood!
The teapot was empty.
The only other thing I can think is the reflection in the bride's room of her brushing her hair. Does that mean there's a brush somewhere? I don't think a brush would do it, but I don't know. I'm running out of ideas to find something like that. Comb, you see? That's what I need.
The contrast between the bride, if only she knew what...
Is that comb somewhere?
Don't worry, Abigail. I don't... It was the top of the bride's dresser. Don't worry, Abigail.
It won't let me search in like drawers or anything.
Nope.
Didn't chuck it in the fireplace, did you, Abigail?
Lighting the fire may have warmed the room, but it couldn't take away the chill I felt standing there. Now wasn't the time for a nap.
That's the only thing I can think, but I think we're going to leave it there for now anyway, and I'll have a further mull on it. That's the only comb that I've seen. We need to make a kazoo. When we've done that, we can probably sabotage the puppet show. When we've done that, we can hire the ferry to take us to the coast. I think when we're there, we'll probably find something to balance the ruby on, the brooch. Maybe we can angle the lighthouse to cast some light on that to reflect it. And I think that's what I think that's what we're going to aim the cannon at. And I think that's how we get in the sea cave. That's my expectation. All hinges on getting this comb. And that's the one thing I don't know how to do right now. So I'll have a think, and we'll come back next time. But thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this. Feel like we made some solid progress today, actually. Yeah, awesome. Let me know in the comments your thoughts anyway. And if you enjoyed it, if you hit that thumbs up as well, that'd be awesome. Thank you, as ever, to our channel members as well for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. Continues to be hugely appreciated. And if anyone else is interested in seeing upcoming videos in this series and any of the others that I run on the channel as well, that'd be awesome. But thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time. Bye for now.